This is Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins was brought back to lose. But let's face the facts. Let's help Kurt Hawkins win a match before Christmas. Hashtag a win for Hawkins on Twitter and tag at TIPW Podcast and Kieran O'Grady 17. Thank you very much, guys. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Pure Wrestling. On today's show, I'm back with a review for No Mercy and give you my reactions to the show. So if you do enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Massively appreciated. Before I go into it, I just want to thank everybody that turned up and watched the prediction show for No Mercy. Also, mine and Kieran's Raw review on his channel and Smackdown Live review on my channel. I want to thank everybody that turned up, commented, liked, everything. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. We achieved our goal on the predictions. 100 views, 15 likes, and a couple of comments, and a lot more subscribers. I'm really pleased for you guys that you can stick around and enjoy my content. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, guys, as well, about the show in general. I would love to hear your thoughts. And also, if you would like, give some feedback on the past few podcasts. If you haven't watched any, the Raw and Smackdown reviews from this week just gone, I'll leave it on the description box below. Also the predictions video, if you haven't seen it already, please check it out. I'll be massively grateful. But after this video, please stay tuned and listen to this review. I'll be very grateful. So we go straight into the video, guys. The first match was on the pre-show and we had Elias versus Apollo Cruz. Now in my personal opinion, I actually enjoyed this match. This was one of the matches on the pay-per-view I enjoyed it, even though it was on the pre-show. Now this is obviously a feud where you go, why the hell is this happening? Because we haven't seen nothing between these two guys. Now, I was a bit like, why do I care? And as I went on in the match, I actually enjoyed the match. I felt like it was a good match. They gelled well. Now, there's one thing I hope out of this. I hope this turns into a good feud. It looked like Elias was teasing Titus in this match, and it could lead to a feud between them, or it could lead to a proper feud between him and Apollo Cruz. I'm hoping so, to be honest, because I'm not too sure why Apollo Cruz isn't in the Cruiserweight division. Like, this guy can move. This guy's a great wrestler. Him, Kalisto and Sin Cara should be in that Cruiserweight division. I feel like I give it a lot of depth. Imagine the matches: Cedric Alexander versus Apollo Cruz, Mustafa Ali versus Apollo Cruz. There's a lot of great matches in there, and I feel like especially Neville would be a good match. I feel like them two have got the same sort of figure and body and stuff, and I feel like it would be a good athletic match, and I feel like it would go quite a long match. But anyway, in this match, it was a great match, as I said. Elias went on to win with I think it's called the Drift Away, his finisher. Yeah, it was a very good match, and I'm hoping this feud goes somewhere, and I'm hoping they give some character to Apollo Crews, because that's what he's lacking. And there's a lot of people saying if he actually had a good character, I feel like this guy could go somewhere in WWE. At the moment, they've given him Titus Worldwide, and it's not gone anywhere. Akira Cesaro won the Cruiserweight Championship a while back. It done something for him, but Apollo Crews, he's done nothing. He's had a feud with Kalisto. He's been in and out of jobber matches, and it's just been pointless for him. So I'm hoping that this goes somewhere. And there was a interview, I think it was, I don't know if it was on this pay-per-view in general or it was on YouTube. I think it was on YouTube, where you see Elias and they said, what are you going to do to Apollo and that? And he says, I don't know why Apollo is in Titus Worldwide when he can walk with Elias. Now, I don't know if they're actually going to plan that. Maybe Elias getting in the head of Apollo and actually he turns on Titus O'Neil. I'm hoping they do something like that. That'd be pretty cool, and I want to see this feud go somewhere. So yeah, as I said, the match finished. It wasn't a long match, but it wasn't a short match. It was just about the right amount of length, and I felt like it was a good show and one of the best matches on the card. Next up, we have The Miz versus Jason Jordan for the IC title. Now, this was a good match. I actually was surprised with this match. I didn't think this was going to be one of the best matches of the night, but it actually turned out to be one of the best. Now, Miz retains with a beautiful skull-crushing finale after the help of the Miztourage. Normally, they give Bo that role where he's the one that sort of helps the most, but surprisingly, he's distracted the ref, and it was Curtis Axel got a punch from outside the ring as Jason Jordan went through the ropes. He punched him, he went back, and there was a skull-crushing finale, 1, 2, 3. Now, it was a beautiful skull-crushing finale. I think it's one of the best ones I've seen The Miz hit. I'm glad The Miz won. I did predict Jason Jordan to win, but I am glad The Miz won because he is the rightful winner in this match, if I'm honest. In the end, the match was okay. Right, it was one of the best matches of the night, but the match was okay. Nothing amazing, but it ended terribly. Let's just say that. One of the worst promos I've ever seen in wrestling. Now, there's a lot of bad promos out there, and Jason Jordan summed up what it can be like to be a bad promo person. Now, everyone's going off at Roman Reigns for being a bad promo person. Obviously, he's forgot his lines and stuff like that, but listening to Jason Jordan cut his promo after the match was just cringeworthy. It was really horrible. Now, I've heard a kid say some of the words that Jason Jordan said. That's how bad it was. Now, I think they need to give Jason Jordan some character. Sort of like Apollo Crews. I feel like he needs a bit of maybe a heel character, or maybe down the middle where he's a bit aggressive, like a Bayley was in NXT, but obviously they've changed those since she's got to the main roster too. I feel like he needs a bit of character now he's on his own, and sets himself so then he can also become better at promos. That is the one thing I can say that was bad about this, but the match in general, as I said, was okay. It wasn't nothing amazing, but we did get to see both guys in this match. We also got to see the Miz Taraj. Maurice wasn't actually there tonight. Obviously, I think they're playing off this pregnancy thing. Obviously, she can't be there all the time, which is okay. I'm fine with that. So, in general, it was an okay match. Next up, we had Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor. Now, this is a feud I did not care about because it was shoved together. These are two great stars which could have been a great feud, but this match was actually surprisingly the best match they've had. Now, the storytelling in this match was great. I felt like they couldn't have done it any better, the storytelling. I felt like they both were equally used. You had Finn Balor basically selling his injury to his ribs in this match, and it nearly took him out of the match, but Bray Wyatt got on the microphone, teased him, and he came back in aggressive, ready to go. Now, Finn Balor had a great match here. Finn Balor got the win against Bray Wyatt. On my predictions, I actually predicted Bray Wyatt to get the win because I felt like they would continue this feud, even though people didn't want it. I felt like they would continue it. I didn't mind either way. Obviously, the feud hasn't gone so well, but if it carried on after this match, I wouldn't minded. I felt like it would have been a good feud carrying on, but people obviously would disagree with me. I felt like, as I said, it's the best match of the feud. It was a coup de grace from Finn Balor, but as I said, Bray showed up in this match. He was very, very good. Basically, the story of this match is Finn Balor doesn't give up, and Bray is just as good as a Balor in this match. You can see in a rubbish feud, hopefully this is a good end to the feud. That's what I can say about this, really. I'm hoping that this is the end of this feud and we can move on and maybe have Bray Wyatt or Finn Balor go against The Miz in the future. Now we go on to the best match of the night, in my opinion. Now, it isn't your main events. It is the Raw Tag Team Champions, Dean and Seth Rollins, going against Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, this was one of the best matches, and Cesaro in general shows what a beast he is. Cesaro in this, there was a scene where Seth Rollins basically launched him over him, and he sort of knocked himself in the turnbuckle with his face. Now, he hit the turnbuckle, the corner turnbuckle, and he's lost a couple of his teeth. He was bleeding the rest of the match. And he didn't get no help and nothing. He just carried on. He showed what a beast he is. Now, Vince McMahon saying this guy is not main event talent is completely wrong. Cesaro is main event talent. He's shown what he's all about, and especially now they put him with Sheamus, I think we're seeing a lot more from Cesaro. I'm really pleased how this match went. We see a lot of both tag teams. It was mainly dominated at first by Cesaro and Sheamus. We got to see what these guys are as a tag team and why they are in that match, and it sold for me. Now, the feud hasn't been amazing, but it's been okay, and I feel like obviously I want to see more from Seth and Dean. The story of obviously how Dean can trust him, because obviously at the moment it's gone like Dean's trusted him, that's it. Nothing's happened after that. They've gone into a feud with Cesaro and Sheamus. They've had a few matches here and there, and that's it really. So I'm hoping they play off this story a little bit more in the future with Seth and Dean. But as I said, Cesaro and Sheamus, top notch in this match. Some amazing spots in this match really, but in the end, it was just too much for Cesaro and Sheamus, and Dean and Seth combined with their finishers again. Seth with that knee to the face to Sheamus, which I was pleased with because obviously Cesaro had knocked some teeth out. I didn't want him to do that scene with Cesaro, because he'd take it, but Sheamus took it, and then you had the Dirty Deeds 1, 2, 3. And shortly before that, they had a scene with Cesaro and Sheamus. Sheamus was going for the white noise, hit it on on Dean, and then Seth got powerbombed off the top turnbuckle by Cesaro onto Dean, and it was a great segment. Very well put together. I really enjoyed this match. I feel, as I said, this was the main match of the night. That's saying something, because as we go on, obviously the matches were supposed to get better, but they got worse, if I'm honest. The first 4 matches were the matches that I'd suggest people watch. And this is where the fun begins. Now, this is where the pay-per-view just went down and down and down. Now, the reason why is because next up was the women's match. Now, Fatal 5-Way, all women chucked into a match, has no meaning and nobody cares. Now, people care about certain people in this match, but why should you care about this match when it's just been shoved together? Now, there's a very few people you can care about in this match. Bayley is not one of them. Ember is not one of them. And if I'm honest, Sasha Banks is not one of them. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Sasha's been badly treated. Why should we care about someone that's being badly treated? Now, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss ran this match, and surprisingly, Emma came into this match too. The match wasn't terrible. It was sloppy at times, but mainly the reason why I'm going a bit harsh on this match is because of the outcome. I didn't mind Alexa retaining her title, because that is what happened. Alexa Bliss retained her title with a DDT on Bayley, and it was really good. It looked really nice, and it was a 1, 2, 3 count. As I said, it was an okay match, but throughout this match, Nia Jax deserved a win. Nia Jax took some really bad bumps in this match, and she showed her dominance. And in my opinion, Nia Jax this is her time. Now, Alexa's holding this title for a long time, done what she can. She hasn't had a great reign on Raw. On SmackDown she did, but she's done what she could with the title on Raw. She's faced pretty much everybody. So I think it's time to move on. Obviously, Sasha wasn't the right one for certain reasons behind the scenes, obviously with Vince, I'm guessing. Obviously, Bayley had the terrible feud, terrible reign. I wouldn't want to see her as champion again unless she has a character change. Emma at the moment obviously has got plans, because she had a new entrance, if I heard rightly, on the pay-per-view. She had a new theme song in the background. It was a bit weird at first. I was like, what the hell is this? Then it changed, and I was like, okay, right, this is okay. Like, so this must mean she's getting a push soon. Hopefully it does. She was very good in this match, I must say. I was expecting Emma to take the pin, but it was Bayley. But yeah, in this match, Nia dominated, and I expected Nia to pull out the win. I was hoping Nia pulled out the win. This is Nia Jax's time, as I said, and I was very disappointed. And there's a lot of people saying Nia Jax has no character, she doesn't deserve it. Fully understandable. Nia Jax has no character at the moment. She's just a dominant force in the business. Nia Jax has got plenty of time to progress, and I'm hoping they progress her character and make her a lot better. But as I said, Nia Jax did deserve this match, in my opinion. I wanted her to be champion. And also, I can't remember when they teased it on the pay-per-view. Also, Asuka's been teased to show up at TLC on the Raw pay-per-view coming up. I think it's at the end of October or something like that. So be aware for that. Asuka will be debuting at TLC, not on Raw. They might show her on a couple of episodes of Raw, maybe teasing it, maybe. I don't know what they're going to do. Next up, we had an okay match between John Cena and Roman Reigns. Now, I expected this match to go a lot better and just turn out a lot better in general. The problem was with this pay-per-view, it was overhyped. It was a B-type pay-per-view, and it's been overhyped to be a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania because the two main events. And it turned out that actually John Cena and Roman Reigns wasn't towards the end of the main event. It was like 3/4 of the way through the pay-per-view. It wasn't near the main event. So this match was okay. If I'm honest, the first half of the match, it was all Roman Reigns. John Cena was obviously getting to see what Roman Reigns was all about, using his experience. It was a slow match, and the fans completely destroyed Reigns throughout this match and after this match. Roman Reigns in the end picked up a win, and it's not the result, really, is it? It's not the result everybody wanted. Everybody, I think 90% of that crowd at the stadium, and I'm sure 90%, between 80 and 90% at home wanted John Cena to pick up this win because Roman Reigns, the hate towards him. I'm not a Roman Reigns hater. I don't mind Roman Reigns. I've actually got a t-shirt of Roman Reigns, so I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for admitting that, but I'm not a hater towards Roman Reigns. I understand people's hate towards him, though. I understand he was shoved down people's throats. It was Daniel Bryan's time to take over John Cena, and all that. Trust me, I know that. And Vince McMahon's obviously pet. Trust me, I know all that. But I'm not a Reigns hater. The guy is a professional. Now, he doesn't act professional on a microphone. That's a completely different story. But a wrestler, he's not an amazing wrestler, but he's a decent wrestler. I've seen a lot worse, so I'm not going to hate on Reigns for that. But as I said, the crowd was all for Cena in this match and hating Roman. Roman picked up the victory with a spear. Now, I was a bit annoyed because I was like, so Cena in this match hits 4 AAs, one of them from the top turnbuckle, and he didn't win this match. Now, I know Reigns is good. Obviously, he's defeated The Undertaker. And as this went on, it was just mind-boggling. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, how is Cena not getting the win? He's got the STF in. He's hit AA from the top turnbuckle, and he's hit multiple AAs. There was also a good segment, I must say, for Roman Reigns. Outside on the announce table, Cena cleared the tables. He's going to AA him through it. He got down and speared him straight through the announce table, but he didn't just spear him through it normally. He was literally head first down. It looked nasty. So, also in this match afterwards, there was a thing on Raw Talk where they was asking about John Cena's retirement. Now, people were actually considering John Cena's retired. Now, it wouldn't surprise me with WWE, but if I'm being honest, I think it's just a break. There was a quote that John Cena said, if I remember rightly, that he said, if WWE come calling, I will come back. It's sort of like The Rock and sort of like a Goldberg situation. I think that's what they're going to do with John Cena. At the end of the day, the man deserves respect, whether you like his character, whether you respect him, whether you like him or not. This guy has done a lot. Now, yes, he was like Roman Reigns, he was Vince's pet and all that, but this guy's tied the record with Ric Flair. He's been in many great feuds, faced most of the top wrestlers in the business, and he's just like... he's achieved the WWE 2K18. I think it's the deluxe edition or the legendary or something like that. It's an edition where he's on it and you get all of his exclusives in that exclusive order. So he's achieved a lot. So I think his time is not up, but he's not going to be around a lot. I think it's going, as I said, it's going to be like the Rock or Goldberg situation, in my opinion. So in this match, as I said, it was okay. It finished with a spear. It was annoying. Reigns hit a spear, I think it was twice in this match. John Cena hit 4 AAs, one from the top, and Reigns hit 2 Superman punches as well. So you could sort of equal it up, but then you had the STF. It just really annoyed me. I wanted John Cena to win. I'm sure most other people wanted Cena to win, but Roman Reigns gets the victory, and at the end there was a bit of respect between the two. John Cena lifts his hand, obviously like he normally does, putting over people, and Reigns also respected back, which was nice to see. Obviously it's a sport and it's a competitive sport. It's nice to show respect as well, after a great promo work from John Cena to Roman Reigns, and obviously a great, well, not a great feud, an okay feud, to be honest with you. So yeah, the match finished with Roman Reigns with the spear. Now this is where it gets from bad to worse. Enzo Amore versus Neville. Now, I'm sure many of you have probably seen it all around social media. Enzo Amore is your new Cruiserweight champion. Yes, that's right. There's 2 people that's beaten Neville, Akira Tozawa and... sorry, I'm just really angry with that result. Enzo Amore, just cringe-worthy promos, cringe-worthy in-ring work, just doesn't make sense. Austin Aries couldn't even beat Neville. That just doesn't make sense. It really is annoying as a fan. So anyway, this match went on. Neville dominated this match, and Neville should have won this match, no doubt about it. This guy, Enzo Amore, should not be beating him. Now, this is a shame to the Cruiserweight division, because you've got names like Tony Nese, Mustafa Ali, you have Cedric Alexander, Gran Metalik, and it just really is mind-boggling. As I said, Austin Aries couldn't even beat Neville. This got to a point in this match where this match got so boring as Enzo started to take over. You had the crowd chanting, "This is boring." Now, if the crowd is chanting that, a crowd normally chants all the time, "This is awesome," because the crowd's there and they're enjoying their time, obviously. But "This is boring" was the chant that was cheered throughout the match. Not cheered, should I say, shouted throughout the match. And as I predicted it on the prediction show. If you haven't seen it already, please check it out. Link in the description below with Smackdown Live and Raw Review with Kieran O'Grady. It's a great week for us this week. We've achieved a lot. But yeah, I predicted on the prediction show that Enzo Amore would win. The thing is, in this match with Neville and Enzo Amore, it's just the way it ended. This is what annoyed me. It was just one of them decisions which I knew, and as I said, I predicted that Enzo would win. Turned around. He went outside the ring at one point and he had the Cruiserweight title holding it up to tease Neville. Now, the ref was too busy annoying Neville, pushing him away. Now, this is obviously just booking a storyline, obviously. I know that. But it was annoying because, now, if there's anyone else, especially heel, the ref would be all over him. So, as me as a person, obviously wanting Neville to win, I've obviously put my heart into it. And obviously, in the end, he gets in the ring with the title. He has the title, he's going to go towards Neville, but the ref gets in between saying, "Put the title down, I will DQ you." He ends up giving him the title, but the ref's too busy putting the title out of the ring to even notice that Enzo's hit a low blow with a boot to the groin, basically. And now Neville is pinned 1, 2, 3, and now Enzo Amore is your Cruiserweight champion. It's cringy to say. And the final match was your main event. Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. This was built up to be a colossal match. I have 2 words for you, and it's not suck it. It is 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Let that sink in. 10 minutes. You have your main event. You have all the other matches, 20 minutes, etc. 10 minutes. And if I'm honest, most of the match in the beginning was all kerfuffled. It was a rushed match. And this was a match that everybody wanted to see. In the end, Brock Lesnar retains the title. Now, I'm gutted about it. Obviously, I'm sure many other people are gutted about it. But are you kidding me? Brock Lesnar, 1 F5. 1 F5. No. Not to Braun Strowman. He's been built up over the last few months. Now, I get Braun Strowman losing. I didn't mind him losing, but in a good fashion. There's ways of booking this. And this is because of the time limit. Sorry, my phone just went off. If they had a more time, I feel like this match could have gone on better. It's not to say the match was terrible. It was okay. But 1 F5. Just 1 F5. Now, I get that move's a great move. It's powerful. It's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, it's not a shame to lose to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's Brock Lesnar. He's the champion. Now, Braun Strowman shouldn't be ashamed of this. I'm just annoyed as a fan. It only took 1. I wanted maybe 2 to show the power of Braun Strowman. Now, he hit 3 running power slams on Brock. He could only pin 1, the first one. The last 2, the second one, he couldn't pin at all. He was too late. He was hurting because Brock locked in a Kimura. It hurt his arm, and he was also holding his ribs. I think he landed funny. On the third one, he hit it, and it took him time to get the pin. So that's what happened. And then after that, it all changed, went into Brock's hands, and basically it finished in 10 minutes with an F5. Obviously, suplexes as well was in this, but. Brock Lesnar is rumoured to be out for a couple months. He's your Universal Champion, and you're not going to see your Universal Champion for months. Now, you've got to rely on the IC title, which is in probably one of the worstest pitches right now, not because of The Miz, because of the way it's been booked. You've not had the right feuds. I'm hoping they sort this out. You get Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, someone big to go and win that title. Now, in this match, later on in the, I think it was before this match, sorry, you had a Kurt Angle scene backstage, and you had The Miz come out to congratulate Kurt Angle on the No Mercy pay-per-view. And it was announced that Miz TV will be opening Raw, and Roman Reigns is going to be on it, and Miz is basically going to interview Roman Reigns. So a lot of people are probably going to be booing Roman Reigns at the building. Miz is going to get a great cheer, a pop from the crowd, so that's going to be all good for The Miz. But that was announced. But I just can't get my head around 1 F5. I just seriously can't. Braun Strowman, as I said, been built up amazingly, and as I said, your Universal Champion is going to be off TV for months. I just don't understand. I'm hoping this is all fake, and I'm hoping he's off for maybe a month, and you see him maybe come back for, I don't know whether it'll be TLC or Survivor Series. I'm hoping it's Survivor Series. We see your Universal Champion defend and maybe lose it around then, so then he has a little bit more time off. But Strowman should have won this title. Strowman should have won this title. This was his time. Just the same as Nia Jax, as I said, this is their time, and Strowman winning would have been the biggest pop, and this would have been named as one of the good pay-per-views of the year, because it given people chances. They'd given it to Nia, they'd given it to, or Alexa still, as I said, it's still good, or they'd have given it to Strowman. I think that would have been a good pop. But also I see an interview after with Paul Heyman bigging up Braun Strowman, which is massive respect. Obviously Paul Heyman, one of the legends, basically saying this is the closest that Brock's been to losing that title, this is the closest he's ever been to being worried for Brock Lesnar. You even see in the match Paul Heyman was worried. So in general, if I'm honest, it was an okay match. I was just annoyed that it was 10 minutes, and I'm annoyed with it just finished with 1 F5. As I said, Braun Strowman hit a couple of power slams. He also hit a choke slam, I believe, and he looked very good in this match. But you could tell, obviously, people were saying to me, oh, you should have picked Brock Lesnar, in your predictions. I was just being eager because I wanted to see Braun Strowman win the title. So we go on to the rating of the pay-per-view No Mercy. Now, I'm not going to be too harsh and not be too nice. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. The reason why I give a point to every match that's good, or half a point, and the matches that were good were the first 4 matches, and there was a later one which was okay. You had Cena versus Reigns, which was okay, which was the 0.5. Now, I could give a 0.5 to the main event, but I was disgusted with the decision, and the same for the women's. Enzo Amore versus Neville is not even nowhere near a half a point or a quarter of a point or nothing. It was a terrible match, and it was just a terrible result in my opinion. We go on, obviously, we had The Miz versus Jason Jordan, you had Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, the tag match, which was great, and you also had Apollo Cruz versus Elias. Now, they all earned a point, so 4.5, in my opinion, is fair. If I was to stretch it, it'd be a 5, an average show. I don't think it was amazing. A lot of people actually rating it lower than average. There's a lot of hate going on this pay-per-view at the moment, understandably why. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is the show. That is the review for you guys and the results. I hope you enjoyed it. Please smash that thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and also subscribe. Stay tuned, because I've got Raw review, Smackdown Live review, NXT review this week on this channel for you guys. Also next week, Kieran O'Grady, I'll be on his channel on Tuesday reviewing Monday Night Raw, and on Wednesday he'll be on my channel reviewing Smackdown Live, and I'll also be reviewing NXT next week, probably on my own on the channel as well. So stay tuned, subscribe. Also comment down below what you thought of the pay-per-view. Give me a rating. And yeah, that's it, guys. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget, guys, this is Pure Wrestling. See you in the next video, guys.